G'day again. Welcome back to Dad vs. Son and our playthrough of Great War Commander. And we are at time 3, 2 victory points to the Germans. And the French have had a little bit of luck so far. They've been able to take out the Hauptmann Waldau and one Fusilier platoon from down here, which has been really handy. We've been able to make the team that we brought on that picked up the MG advance to the rear, which is good. And we tried to save this Fusilier by bringing him up into here to give him a bit more cover, because I couldn't bring him back or do anything else with him, and he would have been a sitting duck here as well, I believe. So it was a forlorn hope to try and get him up into here. Which would have given him 3 cover rather than 1, but it did not work. So, bugger. So, we're up to the French now, and it's really going to come down to what they can do to exploit this weakness. And they have a recover, an advance, a rout, and 2 fires. So, the advance would bring these troops forward a little bit, but not going to do much. Again, same here, and bringing these people out of the tree line at the moment isn't going to achieve much either. So what I'm going to try and do is just to get rid of some cards to start with. I can't bring any fire down on these guys. I can't bring machine gun fire down on this guy. I could... No, I don't think I can bring any fire down on this guy either, due to this building here and there. So I can't bring any fire down on him either. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is rout these broken units if I can. Get them out. Even if I can just only get this guy out here, then I can bring fire on him and try and take him out. So that is my cunning plan. So I'm going to try and rout this guy first. So first up, what I forgot to do at the end of the German turn was to do their cohesion check. And this guy is out of cohesion now, so he is suppressed. And this guy is out of cohesion now and is suppressed as well. These guys are on an objective, so they're okay. And this guy, even though he's broken, has an unbroken weapon, so he's okay. And these ones are fine as well. So we'll try this guy first. He's in there for 9, plus 1 is 10. So an 11 will get him back to here. A 12 will get him out in the open. And we get a 4, so nothing happens there. And then this guy is in here for 9, plus 1, minus 1, so 9. And we only get a 7, so no good. So hopefully a sniper can take one of them out. And we have A2. So nothing happens up there. So the rout is useless. So I think what we're going to have to do is the advance. I didn't particularly want to, but that'll be our second order. And we're going to just advance with these people here. Activate Captain Fleury. So this guy here, what are we going to do here? This guy will advance forward to here with the captain. The runner is going to advance to the rear. And that will be 1 victory point for the French, taking the Germans down to 1 victory point. This guy will advance forward to here. This guy will come in behind. This guy will come down here. There is no line of sight for anything at all. And this guy will advance down the road as well, and he's fine. Right, and that is all we can do for the French, and they'll get 3 new cards. And we're over to the Germans, who have a command confusion, an offensive, a fire, and a recover. So they're going to do their recover first. So they'll remove this, and they'll remove this, and and then they'll try and recover these. So we'll do the machine gun first. He's here for 9, plus 1 is 10. And we get an 8, so the machine gunner is back. With his pretty little machine gun in shell hole in here, and then we have this Fusilier who's here for 10, and he's back as well. Just drag these over out of the way at the moment, and that's their first order. Their second order is they can either do an offensive or they can do a fire. So again, they could bring fire from the mortar up onto these guys. That's the only fire that they could realistically do. Or we look at an offensive. Now, I've got to have a leader for an offensive. There's no leader over here, so I can't move any of these guys, which means this is all I could move, and that is a bit of a problem. Though what I could do is slide these guys over into here, which would then bring this guy into a command radius, and then he would not lose cohesion. By the same token, I could bring these two over and around into this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could bring the lieutenant to here, which brings him in, but then none of these can do anything until we get them up into basically here. So that's not really going to achieve much either. So if I decide to move up this way, 1, 2, 3, 4 into here. So if I come in here, there is nobody that can get a line of sight to them or range. Same here. Once I move up into here though, we're shooting straight down the road through the wire, and they will get a shot in here, but then I get a shot back to them, or I can fire. No, that'll clip that building, so no fire into there, no fire into them, or him, or them. So yeah, I could get a shot back into them, but that'd be it. That weakens this area, but they will stay in cohesion. And then that gives me a chance maybe later to slide this bloke over and around this way to bring the machine gun back up to here into better cover. So let's do it. So we're going to do an offensive. Lieutenant Lockow and his Fusilier here are going to go 1 to there. Nobody can do anything. 2 to here. Nobody can do anything. 3, 4 up into here. And now we have French line of sight down to them. Okay, so what happens first? Do they fire or opportunity fire? And I would believe, since they've just moved in there, opportunity fire would come first if that's going to happen, before they have a chance to do anything. And the French have 3 fire orders. And they are going to opportunity fire. So again, this is the only ones that can fire down here. And it's only for 10. I don't believe that the wire causes any hindrance or anything else. No. Okay, so we have 10 fire into Lieutenant Lockow. Do we want to add anything to that? And the answer is no at the moment. So we have 10 plus 7, 17, which is pretty good fire anyway. So the Fusilier is here for 8, 9, and 3 is 12. Plus 10 and he's fine. And the lieutenant is there for 11. Plus 7 is 18 and he is fine as well. So opportunity fire is gone. And now they can do their offensive fire into there for 5. Plus 1 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in range. So we have 6. We have nothing to add to it. Plus 6 is 12. Firing into here. So, of course, we have the team first in there for 8, 10, 12. Plus 3 is fine. The platoon in there for 9 and 3 is 12. Is that right? No, 9 and 3. 9 and 2 is 11. And 7 is fine. And Lieutenant Grenier in there for 10. Plus 8, and he's fine as well. And that is the 2 orders for the Germans. They'll get 2 new cards. Quick check for nothing. And then we do hindrance for the Germans. It's a hindrance, blah. A cohesion check. So this guy is now back into command radius, so he's fine. This guy is the only guy that loses cohesion and becomes suppressed. These ones have a machine gun and are on a objective. This guy's on an objective. This guy has a functioning weapon as well. So we're back over to the French, who have 2 fires, a move, an offensive, and a recover. So they are going to do an offensive. And again, it's going to be with these guys. Now, do I want to do the offensive first or do I want to do fire first? Let's do fire first. So we are going to fire. Again, we're going to fire down into here. And try and knock these guys down so they can't form a better fire group up this way. So again, 7, 8, 9, 10 into here. We have nothing to add to that. Plus 7, 17. Do the Germans have anything to help? They do have a light wound, so they have a go to the ground, and that's it. Okay. So this guy again is here for 8. Plus 1 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 7 is fine. And Lieutenant Lockow is in there for 11. Plus 5 is 16, which is a bit short, but we have an event first, which is air support. Suppress all the units in 1 hex of your choice. So we will suppress the machine gun and this guy. We can't suppress him because he's not a unit, he's a formation. Okay. So that's our first order done, fire. So didn't work. We're going to do our offensive now with the captain. So we'll have this guy go 1 to here, no line of sight for anything that can do anything. 2, 3 into here, no line of sight, can do anything. 4, 5 into here, we now have line of sight from here to here, but not for this guy here because we have this building here at E6. So we can fire if we want for opportunity fire. And we will. So we're firing for 5. Plus 1 is 6 into here. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. 6 plus 8 is 14. And we have a German event. And the event is new mission. Draw 1 secret objective and draw a strategy card if you're not holding one. Okay, so a secret objective for the Germans. Oops, there we go. That's their second secret objective. And they don't have a strategy card, so they pick up Fort Observer. Used with artillery request order and Fort Artillery Observer. and we don't have any artillery, so it's just a +1. Okay, so we have 14 into here. I'm not going to use the +1 on that. That guy's in there for 7 and 3 is 10. +10, and he's fine. Next guy to come forward is this guy. And I don't want to give them 2 shots at him, because if we go into here, he gets a shot, and then he moves into here, they get another shot. So he's going to go 1 to here, nothing. Oh, hang on, this is an offensive, so he can't go where this guy went. So he's just going to have to suck it up. So he will go 0 into there, because he's come down the road, and we do get a shot again for 5 + 1 is 6. +11 is 17. Okay, and he is in there for 10. +10 is 20, and he's fine. So he's gone 0 into here. Then he jumps across here, so he goes 2 into here. And we fire again for 6. +6 is 12. And again, he's in there for 10. +10, he's fine. And we have a French event, which is recall leader. No! Remove the friendly leader nearest to your map edge. Place it on the next. And the lead. Oh, thank God he's moved. So nearest to the map edge is Lieutenant Labus. And he goes on to time 4, ready to come back. Okay. So he's fine to there. He's gone 0, 2, and he'll come forward 2 more into these buildings. Again, they fire for 6. +10, 16. That's a lot better. And we have a German event. And that event is engine down. Break the tank nearest to a random hex. There is no tank. So 16 into here. And he is there for 10, +9, 19, and is good. Next guys to come forward is the captain and his line unit, and they will go 2 into here. No line of sight or anything into there. They will go 3 into here. We have no line of sight this way, and we have straight up here, along here, into there. We do have line of sight into here. So this guy can fire for 5. Oh, +12. 17. Okay. So we have 17 firepower into there, but we have to do our reshuffle first for the Germans before anything else happens. Okay. That's done. We go to time 4 and Lieutenant Labus will come back. We get 1 German VP. We have no gas. We have no smoke. Next up, we don't have a sudden death roll. So reinforcing units, and Lieutenant Labus will come back straight up there with his people, so they will remain in cohesion. Yay! Dig-ins, we have none, and both sides have a strategy card. So we have 17 firepower up to here. And I do have a probe. And that's it. Okay, so this guy's here for 7 and 2 is 9. +6 is 15, which is not enough. So he is going to break. And we have the captain here for 10. +7 is 17, which means he will suppress more than likely, but we have an event first, which is mobile firepower. but this is from May 1916 over, so nothing happens. And I'm going to use my +1 for the defense roll there, which takes him to 18, which means he is not suppressed. Okay, so we've had the fire go in there. So the captain and him were moving together. He cannot move any further because they were moving together. This guy will now come down for 2 into the buildings. We have no line of sight, no line of sight. He will go 4 down into here. We have no line of sight due to this building here. And he will come down to here because he gets the 0 coming down the road into these buildings here. And we do have no line of sight due to this little building right here. So he's fine. And all of these are still in the command radius of the captain. Now this little man here will come down and he will go 1, 2, 3, same thing. 4, 5 down into here. These are all good. Which leaves us with one more order that can be excuse me, which can be given. We have a recover, a fire, and a move. So what to do. And I think what we're going to do is, do we want to recover at this stage? And I don't think we do. So I'm going to do a move. And I'm going to activate Lieutenant Labus and his people. This guy is going to go 1. They do have a fire order, but this is the only thing that can reach, and these cannot opportunity fire. The machine gun is down in here, can't do anything. Everything else is out of range. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. And these can move 6, so they go 3, 6. That's the 3 orders for the French. They'll get 4 new cards, and we'll look at their cohesion. These guys are in cohesion because we have the leader, the radius. All these guys are in cohesion because we have the leader and the radius. And again, the same over here, and we're back to the German turn, and they have a command confusion, a runner, and a fire. Okay. So we only have the one leader on there now, and he becomes the senior leader. So we are going to bring on our runner. Why not? And he'll come in here with Lieutenant Lockow. Which leaves us a fire. Okay, so we can fire with these guys into here, or this guy into here, or these guys into here. Yeah, this is the most dangerous one at the moment. The chances of this guy, because he's going to be there for 10. He's going to fire for 5. There's a good chance I could take him out, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'd rather try and reduce this guy if I can. Again, I could fire the mortar up into here. They have 1 hindrance in there. I don't get anything extra for firing into a marsh. And I don't get anything extra for firing into a building or anything either. So this guy would fire for 5. If I fire from here, I'm going to have 6 and 1 is 7 into there. So that's what we're going to do. Our second order is to fire. We have 7. I have nothing else to add to it. And we get a 2. Thank God we didn't fire with that. It would have been broken. So we only have 9 into here. And he's sitting in there for 10. Plus 6, he's fine. But we have a French event, which is an avant. You may rally a friendly unit or increase your surrender level by 1. And we will rally a friendly unit. Like that. And that's the end of the German turn. And they will get 3 new cards. And we'll do a quick check again for defender-only stuff. And there is nothing. Right, oh, we're back to the French, who finished with a recover, a fire, and have picked up artillery request, offensive, artillery request, and a runner. Okay. So artillery is going to be a bit of a problem here now, but we still may be able to drop artillery from here and mix these up still, which might be the bestest way we can go about it. So let's do that. So we're going to drop artillery, and we're going to try and plonk it right here from our forward observer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we get 6 sixes of 30, excuse me, 36. We don't worry about the trigger. So it is going to land there, and then it's going to go 6 and 1. And 6 is this way, and 1 is this way. So all we're going to be looking at is all this area here to see if they get shell holes. We start with 8, so a 10 or more will turn all that into shell holes. And we do not, but we have an event this time, which is battlefield attrition and breeze. Gain 1 VP for each eliminated enemy formation. We have 2 formations, so the Germans lose 2 VP because the French gain 2. Removal, gas and smoke, and blazes spread. We don't have any blazes, so good stuff. And that is over and done with. Okay, so the second thing we want to do then is what? I can't call any more artillery in other than from him now, which would be down to sort of here, but that could spread up to us. Is it worth it? Yes, it could be. Or I've got a line of sight down along this hex edge. So I could probably drop some into sort of here maybe if I wanted to, but I don't think it's worth it at the moment. Fire, I can't really do much over there at the moment unless I recover. I could bring my, don't care about the runner. Okay, so let's do a recover first up, and we'll remove these, which will give us our firepower back. Which then allows us to do an offensive. So we could try sweeping around this way now and taking these guys out. And I could leave the machine gun here, firing straight down into here as well. But I think let's do the fire. I think that's more important at the moment. So we're going to fire. We are going to fire with what? And we're going to activate okay, he can not get anything in there or in there, and there can't be seen. He may be able to get some fire in there. Let's just have a quick look. So he can fire into there, but he can't fire into there. And he can't fire into there, but he can fire into there. So he can fire there. He can fire there. He can't fire anywhere. Okay. So this guy, we're going to activate all of these here. This guy will fire into here first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has line of sight down to here. We're not adding anything to it. So it's a 5 plus a 6 is 11. And this guy's in here for 11 anyway. Plus 5, he's fine. And we have a German event, which is air support. Suppress all the units in one hex of your choice. Okay, so let's knock out the machine gun again by suppressing it. Now, that is now suppressed and can't fire. Can't fire the machine gun, so all we can fire with is the Fusilier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can fire for 6 due to the range here, so he fires for 4, and 2 is 6 to here. And that's the best he can do. 6 and 3 is 9. And again, Fusilier's in there for 8, 9, and 3 is 12. And we have him safe, and a German event, which is new mission. Draw another secret objective for the Germans. But they already have a strategy card, so they don't get another one of them. So the Germans now have 3 secret objectives. The French have 1 secret objective. Okay. Next guy we fire at is this guy here, the runner. He's in here for 6, 7, and 3 is 10. And gets an 11, and he's fine. And the Lieutenant is in there for 11 plus 12. He's fine, but we have time again. And the Germans pick up their machine gun and bloke. They pick up 1 VP, so we're at time 5. And we reshuffle the German deck. Okay, that's not sudden death. We're at 5 of 10. There's no smoke or gas to remove. And we can set up the reinforcing units under the time marker. Now he has to come in at the board edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him in to K11 here to start with. And then he can maybe move up into here to bring fire up into here, or fire straight up through here. At the moment he can bring fire sort of up into this area anyway. Righto, next thing is dig-ins. The French do not have any dig-ins. Okay, do the Germans have any that they want to use? And they do not. New strategy card, and they have La Force Noire. Use this card as an ambush or add +1. So at least we know we have an ambush now, since I had to use this one. Okay, so they're all done. Nothing else for the French to do, and they will get 3 new cards. And we're over to the Germans, who finished with a command confusion and have picked up a fire, move, and recover. Okay. Fire, move, and recover. Right. Oh, so I think, as again, as silly as it may sound, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a move. Do I want to do that? Hang on a tick. I was thinking of moving this machine gun out here, but he's going to end up suppressed again. I can't do anything about that unless I bring him up and around into here. Okay, so if I move him, he can move only 2. So if he goes to here, that's 1. He goes to here, that's 2. He's out in the bloody open, which is useless. I could move him down here. That'd be for 1 because he's already in there. But then again, once I come out of here, he can only move 2. He can't get up into there. So no, that's useless. So I'm still going to do a move, but what I'm going to do is move this machine gun up into here with the Fusilier onto objective 4. These guys don't have range or anything else. Nothing here has range or anything else, so that's done. Again, there's not much sense in recovering this guy because he will just suppress again at the moment. Again, I could have moved him out of there, but where am I going to put him? There's no cover other than up in here for him to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't get there because he only has a move of 4. If I bring him here, then he's going to be maintain his suppression. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could have maybe gotten over into the foxholes, but then again, he's still going to remain suppressed. So I don't think that really helps. So recovers out, which leaves us a fire. He can't fire now. So we could fire with these guys again. He could fire over that way. He could fire that way. But I think I need to keep that fire in case the French do something. So no, that's it for the Germans. They get 1 new card. There's nothing defender only on that. And we're back to the French. And we're at 36 minutes. So we'll call it quits there. Okay. So things are starting to consolidate again for the Germans a bit. These guys, I need to get somebody back in there, that's for sure. So I need the hero or something into here so I can do something with these guys so they can maintain cohesion and come out of the quarry, or at least some of them. So that's something. Or I need some reinforcements, replacements that'll come on, which will give me a leader and so forth. So that's what I'm looking for there. These machine gun and that are suppressed up here for the French at the moment. I want to try and get these guys forward here. Even if I have to stick this guy in the Y here, he will still end up with 2 cover, and then hopefully we can remove the wire at some stage and he can go back to 3 cover, and that'll give us objective. There, we've got this one. I didn't turn it over, but I took the VP for it. And these guys are just slowly moving down, but this machine gun is now going to make life very difficult for them. So that's where we stand at the moment. It's, again, could still swing either way. The Germans have had the hardest knock at the moment, but the French are starting to lose momentum. So we'll see what happens. So take care, be good, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.